All right, Taurus, welcome to your weekly horoscope for March 15th to the 21st. My name is Athen. All right, so we have a meditative week this week. The energies are dying down from the lunar cycle, and we have the solar eclipse taking place on Friday. We also had Saturn going retrograde and the sun shifting into Pisces on the Saturday leading into this week. So definitely a shift of the first weekend. So Sunday here for this reading is this shift from last week and the week before was much more extroverted, was more about taking action, seeing things in the external environment, and moving forward. But this week is turning that outward energy inward for sure. And as we get closer to Friday of that solar eclipse, really going within, really tapping into that meditative, intuitive, and spiritual energy, you see. So it starts on Sunday and Monday when we have this Saturn retrograde who's been transiting recently your 7th house since the tail end of last year. So you guys recently perhaps started some structures with relationships, perhaps some commitments with partnerships or relationships in some way since the tail end of last year. So now with Saturn going retrograde for the next 5 or 6 months, you want to think about these things. You want to think about how you've set up these structures and systems and foundations in your life, specifically revolving around relationships. Okay. With Saturn retrograde, there's something to be learned. And so whatever it is you're learning about this stuff during this time, you want to treat it as that learning experience. And then when he goes direct in 5 or 6 months, you'll have taken what you've learned and then will shift or change or implement those new insights. Okay. But Saturn is stationed pretty much this, especially the first part of this week. So use this time to really meditate on this stuff, really think about it. Okay. Now, Sunday and Monday, Mercury squares up to that Saturn. So there's an integration taking place, perhaps with some insights that came to you Sunday or Saturday with that Saturn station. So it's just integrating it. It's integrating it into your work and into your career. Mercury is transiting your 10th house, where I think you guys are thinking more about work, career, or anything on that public level. And with a square up to Saturn, you just want to work with these two energies the best you can. Implement the relationships with the work, these new insights with the work, these new insights about work and career with your relationships. You want to work tandemly here, okay? Sunday and Monday, take it slow too, because it is, like I said, a dying down of the lunar energies. Now on Monday and Tuesday, we have the exact square between Uranus and Pluto involving your 8th house and your 11th house, like I've been talking about. So with the 8th house, there's been restructuring and changing to your guys' transformation in life, to the importance of change, the importance of codependence, healthy dependency in life, and stepping into your power too when appropriate. So that is integrating now with your 11th house of either network circles, the gains you get from your work, or your ideals in some way. So it's the same ongoing theme, but with Monday and Tuesday, they go exact. So if the energies are higher on those things, just know that it is an integration. You want to be willing to make change in those areas. You want to make sure you have that freedom, okay, with specifically that 11th house, but it's more of an internal reflection is what I'm getting a sense of. There's definitely a lot to be learned the second part of March, and it all sort of starts this week, you see. So reflection, thinking about it versus taking more of that outward action is what I'm getting from this. But if you are taking that outward action, just have that presence in what you're doing. Make sure you're getting enough rest and relaxation. That's for all of us. Tuesday and Wednesday, we've got Mercury going over Neptune in your 10th house. So you guys have been perhaps giving through your work, having that sort of selfless energy through your work, or thinking about your work in a very spiritual or idealized or imaginative sort of sense. So this is good because it's helping you calibrate your work to a much more altruistic sort of path. And with Mercury going over that Neptune on Tuesday and Wednesday in that 10th house, you want to use this time to listen to your intuition. So if you are making any decisions about work during this time, it's really choosing intuition over the intellect with Mercury going over there. Okay, so learning to trust, learning to surrender a lot of old ideas or just ideas in general, that analytical mind of the 10th house. It could be routine. It could be things that you're doing on a regular basis with work that maybe you just need to take a step back and relax from, these types of things. Okay. or transfer that energy into something compassionate, something that's giving. You see, that's another energy as well. Now on Friday, we've got the solar eclipse taking place in that 11th house. So there are some new beginnings shaping up with, again, what you derive from your work, whether it's the finances, the satisfaction, your network circles, friends, groups, giving back, contributing. Now it's in Pisces, so it's very unconscious, it's very spiritual. So really listen around Friday in terms of what these energies are, especially on Friday. And that way you're going to familiarize yourself with them. So as we lead into the next lunar cycle and as we lead into the next 6 months, you guys will have a clear understanding of what exactly these 11th house activities are. You see, what new is shaping up here, what is beginning, because this new beginning here is the beginning, like I said, for the next 6 months. 11th house, groups, networks, the satisfaction you get from your work, things you receive from your work, finances from your work, etc. But it's only going to come from that intuition. The knowing is only going to be intuitive. It's not going to be rational understanding. All right, so that's the week. There's no aspects over the weekend, so I think continuing over the weekend with the reflection time, and as the energies start to build of the lunar cycle, especially with the moon in Pisces over the weekend, take that R&R, take that rest and relaxation, and brainstorm, think, tap into that intuition in terms of what new beginnings you want to see, in terms of what is coming to you. It's not analytical. It's just more of a feeling and intuitive thing. All right, Taurus, thank you again for all of your support. If you guys have any questions at all, please let me know. Hope you guys have a fantastic week, and I'll talk to you next time. Take care.